Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and these are the cards that I'm using. So this is the classic design tarot, the original tarot, and these are my Star Dragon cards. So if you're interested in getting some for yourself, the links are down below. All right, so we're going to start off with the Star Dragons and look at what you may possibly be struggling with for Capricorn. All right. Let's see, we have bliss, cherishing the day. All right, and then what you need to focus on, we have surrender, letting go of the darkness. Definitely for Capricorn, I feel that there's a lot of that. And what's coming in for you, effort, conquering your demons. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I love that. Because that's what we're all trying to do, right? Is we're trying to conquer our demons. We're trying to let go of the darkness and cherishing each day for what it is. And sometimes when you're struggling, that it's really hard to cherish the day. You're just like, oh my gosh, like here we go again. And it can be a struggle. I definitely know, because I've definitely been there where, you know, each day has been a struggle. But you have to keep going and you have to keep pushing through. All right, so what else we got going on here with Capricorn? We have cherishing the day. We have the King of Swords. Could be overthinking. You're not motivated. You don't want to do anything. You're holding yourself back. I mean, this is a lot of, you know, heavy energy here, where definitely when you're in that frame of mind and when you're struggling, like you're just thinking about all of the negative things. You're just going around in your head again and again and again and again about things and trying to make things from the past or make things come to a different conclusion. But it's like watching a movie, right? Like no matter how many times you watch the movie, the same things always happen. And no matter how many times you yell at the TV screen and you say, no, not this time. Don't you see it coming? And it doesn't change. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on with you, is that you keep replaying it in your mind and it's not changing. So then what you have to do is, what you have to look at is surrender and letting go of the darkness. And it's realizing, okay, I'm replaying this movie in my head and it's not changing. And it's not going to change. But what can I change? I can change the fact that I'm not going to play this movie in my head anymore, right? Because that's why I'm saying is that you have it in your head, because we have the King of Swords, which is someone who's very analytical. And so I was just feeling like it's something that's going on in your head. Or it could be a situation where, you know, it could do with other things. But for this reading, I'm feeling like it's somebody, especially with the Eight of Swords here, is like a lot of thinking going on. So we need to focus on, okay, what can I control? I can control my thoughts. I can't change the outcome, but I can change whether or not I'm going to think about this, whether or not I'm going to focus on this, whether or not I'm going to keep replaying this in my head or not. So we have the Emperor. Being strong. Yeah, you have to be strong, and then you have to push forward, right? Even though you still feel like you're carrying these things around. But I feel like it's surrounding yourself with those partnerships and those people that you have as a support system that can help you. Or it's realizing, okay, I've got to change my thought process. I've got to change what I'm thinking about. And if you're sitting in the same spot, right? If you're sitting on the same couch, if you're sitting in the same living place, or you're laying in the bed and it's something that you keep going around, just getting yourself up and out and going outside, maybe sitting on the patio, maybe going for a walk. Like if you have dogs, take your dogs for a walk. Or just getting in the car, sometimes just going to the grocery store, go finding something to do just to change your train of thought. It could be, okay, you know, you've been wanting to go to the spa, or you've been wanting to go get a manicure or a pedicure. So go treat yourself to something like that, just so that you can change your frame of mind, because you realize, hey, I keep thinking about this. I keep it's not going to change anything. That what I'm doing here is only hurting myself. So I have to stand up, I have to be strong, and I have to change this cycle that I've put myself in. And like I've said before, are there things around your living space? Are there things that you can put away, that are triggers for you, that you can put in a box, that you can put in a closet, that you can give to somebody else, that you can donate, right? That you can sell, that you can get rid of? Are there things that you have that you haven't brought out? I've been doing that lately, as I've been bringing out some things that I forgot that I had. I've been switching pillows around. I switched all the furniture in my bedroom around, so nothing is the same. And let me tell you, that's made a huge difference for me. I mean, that really changed the whole energy of my living space. It's just those little things that you can do that can change things up and help you to stop overthinking and stop replaying that movie that's in your head, because that can't be changed. But what can be changed are the things that you're doing. Future energy's effort, right? You have to make the effort. If you want change, you have to be change. You have to make the effort. You have to change things up. Conquering your demons. How do you conquer those? Are there situations that you have to talk about, or you have to work through, or you have to face, or you just have to accept what they are and let those go? We have the Four of Cups, and we have the Six of Cups, and then we have the Judgment card, and I feel like one more. We have the King of Pentacles. I feel like it's hearing the message that, okay, I have to conquer my demons, and I have to take the message. I have to hear the message. I have to make the effort. I feel that it's kind of getting back to what you used to love to do. Maybe you've gotten away from that. Maybe there's something that you really love to do, and it always made you happy before, so maybe it's getting back into that. I feel like the message is that if you have something that's going on, what are the things that you can control, that you can change, and to not fight against the things that you can't control and you can't change. Sometimes it's just that realization. And if it's a relationship and you're wanting that relationship back, it's like, why do you want that back? Asking yourself, why do I want this back if this is what this relationship is making me feel like? Why do I want that energy back? I need to be strong. I need to get into this Emperor energy, and I need to take control of this situation, and I need to pick up all of these things, right? These 10 wands, and I need to carry these forward. And I need to keep going, and I need to push through so that I can release these, which 10s are completions. And it's just like standing up for yourself. And that's what I had to realize is okay, yeah, it's really easy for me to sit here day after day and not do anything and be mopey and be sad and rehashing things and being upset about things that people said to me or did to me or didn't do or did do, or, you know, the past. But then it's like, okay, I've got to turn things around. I've got to change things. I've got to move. I've got to do something to change this frame of mind. Even if it's not even like accomplishing anything, right? That maybe you're like, okay, I'm just going to clean out a drawer. I'm just going to put away those triggers. It's like the little, like I've said before, set yourself up for success each day. Set one goal and know that that's something that you can accomplish. And you'll feel good about yourself and you say, I did it. Like I did it. Even if it's just rearranging the silverware drawer, right? Putting everything the way you want it to be. Getting rid of all that old stuff. It's just setting yourself up for success and then building off of that. All right, so I have my Tarot Grand Lux, and we have, so definitely we have the Page of Swords energy going on here. I love it because it's a difficult situation. So how can you figure how you're in charge? How can you change it? How can you look at it different, right? Because he's looking in this book and he's saying, okay, I'm learning. I want to know how I can change. There's books all up here. How do I change this energy? How do I change this energy here? How do I let go of the darkness? How do I conquer my demons? How do I work through this? That this is up to me, not putting that on anyone else. And look at this. We have the 10 of Wands and then the 10 of Wands. We have two 10 of Wands here. And like I said, 10s are completions. And I feel like here in this one he's carrying it to this destination. And this one here, he's got to the destination. So he's kind of like collapsing. And he's like, I made it. I did it. I'm working on it. It's happening. I'm not having to carry all this around it. I made it to my destination. I'm working on things and it's happening for me. Because you were strong, you came into this Emperor energy and you took care of the situation and you made things happen. And it's not only the fact that, like, there's so many things to be proud of yourself, seeing that, okay, this is what I'm thinking about, seeing that I have to work on things and taking the actions with the wands to actually make the changes. And then those rewards for the changes that you're doing and getting yourself out of that energy. All right, so I have my energy oracle cards. So we're going to grab one of these for the reading. We have Angel of Strength. Pat yourself on the back for how strong you are. That you stood up to this situation, that you took care of this situation. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. This is something that is sort of a work in progress. But knowing that you're working on it and knowing, again, like I said, those tools that you have to help yourself when you're struggling. You know, is it writing things down on a piece of paper and getting them out of your head, or being able to see them on the paper and see what it is that you're thinking about, or what is it that you want? What are the negatives? What are the positives? And then, you know, working through that. What are those things that you have that you can help yourself in this situation? We have the Fates, Fated. I feel like this is definitely something that is an amazing learning lesson. I feel like it's definitely to show you something, to show you what it is that you're focusing on, what it is that you need to let go of, and how strong you actually are, and that you're actually stronger than you think. Because sometimes we think that we're weak, especially if we're stuck in this energy where we're dealing with the darkness, we're dealing with our demons, we're not enjoying each day, we're just feeling like, you know, it's all against us, but we have the power to turn that around. It's not easy and it's a struggle, but like I said, each success that you have, you build on that and become stronger and stronger and stronger and start making those changes and those adjustments in your life. And when that energy starts to come in and you start going back to thinking about that, what I used to do is I used to imagine a red circle with a line through it. And I'm like, no, I'm not thinking about that. I'm not thinking about that. I'm not thinking about that. I've already thought about it enough. I've already processed it. I realize that if I keep thinking about it, it's not going to change anything and it's only hurting me. So I'm not going to think about it. And then slowly over time, I just naturally wasn't thinking about it because I didn't want to focus on it. I had stomped it out. So I feel like that's the process of what you're going through, and this is a huge learning lesson for you to see how strong you actually are, and that you can be in this Emperor, which seems to be like he's like in the middle of this reading, and be in control and be in charge. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.